All right. Well, what do you want me to say? Pisces, well, I'll start out with basics. Pisces, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. This is an intuitive reading for intuitive and tarot and oracle card reading for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. I also suggest that you always check out your sun, moon, and rising videos because that gives you the well-rounded energies and experiences that you're living in and amongst right now. Pisces, you come out along with Capricorn Tarot and Aquarius Tarot every single Wednesday. So please go ahead and subscribe and then ring that bell, hitting all notifications so that you know as soon as I upload all your favorite content. There's always an extended reading after this video. If you're looking to help the channel or support the channel, subscribing, sharing this video, liking this video, and going ahead and supporting the channel by purchasing an extended is always the best way to do it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, and let's jump into your reading. This is because I'm doing something new this week. I've added a new set of cards, and it's the Sensual Tarot deck, which I cannot show here because there's a lot of illicit, like explicit images, so I won't be showing them here, but I will be showing them in the extended. And the reason why this tantalized me and I started thinking about it, Pisces, is because your two Lenormand cards are so this is either a commitment that you're hiding, a hidden commitment, or just feelings for somebody that you're hiding, hidden desires. More or less, this is an intense spiritual and intuitive connection that you have going on. And I can only imagine that it is with a someone. The energies are off the hook right now with both Venus and Leo. Venus and Mars in Leo. There's an intense understanding of who you want to be with, and where your heart is. And connecting with somebody under this energy is... to say intense is almost an understatement. So this is a feeling of just bam, wow, powerful connection, an intuitive, deep, spiritual connection with somebody. And this is where you live, okay? This is, Pisces, this is exactly what you want. This is the kind of energy you want, even if you're in a long-term relationship. This is feeling completely and totally connected to somebody, to your significant other, getting that deep connection, or, opening up to each other in ways that you had never. And there's a level of sensuality when the psyches meld into each other. That is level up experience. So let's get into your cards and see where this is headed. Pisces, what do you need to tell me? What do you need clarification on? That's what I want to know. I want to know what you guys need to know. Competition. There's something here with competition. And it may be, in some ways, you rejected competition, because this is the moon energy too. There's a sense of, I'm not going to compete. I'm not doing that. Bye-bye, sayonara. I just, it's almost like I'm done with the competition. There could be in some of you feeling like you couldn't compete, or you didn't, you could never live up to somebody's, expectations of you, or maybe even you thought that you would this could also, no, but it's in reverse. So what does this mean? Something about competition that you rejected, like deciding to not be a part of that. You don't want to compete with somebody on the side, somebody else. You want to be the only one. And that speaks back to this deep spiritual connection. I don't need to play games, okay? I'm done with the competition. And so you left. You walked away. Done, over. I'm tired of the competition. I'm going to do things my way. And I'm going to define my space. Come and get me. Shouting. You had a lot to say. There could have been a shouting match before you just walked away. Finally blowing your head off and just like you know what I'm saying? Like, just like letting it all come out, letting it all flow, saying what you needed to say, and then just getting out of there. Maybe screaming, maybe yelling because you found out they were cheating. You found out there was you weren't going to tolerate that stuff. Something about this, and it's all coming up in the past, but you definitely had to get the heck out of there. There's also a sense of, I want to do something. Maybe you need to travel to blow off some steam. You need to get out. You need to explore the world. This is something that you needed to do. For almost for therapy's sake, because you just needed to get out, get it out, let it off your chest. This could also speak to, we were like in quarantine, right? So it could have just been ultimately like it was too much and you needed to sort of like liberate yourself. Yeah, okay. Let me not overspeak that. I think it's because you had a yelling match and a screaming match with somebody. Maybe yelling for them to stay. Something that's just a lot of emotions coming out all at once. That card needs to come out. I will fight. Maybe you decided that you wanted to fight, right? You wanted to fight, but and you beat out the competition, or you decided that you were going to beat out the competition. In other words, this matters to you. This is a connection that's extremely important to you, and you are not going to let any amount of competition get to you. Maybe it's just you're not backing down from competition. I will worship. So you will worship. You will be so connected to this. It's almost like it's your God. And in some way, yeah, it's like there was adoration here. There was defending what you intrinsically believe in. So you really believed in this situation. Maybe you really believed in this relationship and you wanted to fight for it. You were willing to fight for it. You do everything that you can for it. You do not want to let this person go because you feel so deeply connected to them. But there was some sort of competition in there that I don't really like, but we're going to get into it. Maybe it's like you finally realized, I can't be this person's option, or I can't see anybody else, right? This sense of they won out over everybody. Pisces. Oh, this is interesting. How the cards just split. We have financial and material changes and solitude. So maybe something with finances made you sort of finances were changing and you had to restrict yourself. So it kind of shut you in a little bit. You weren't available to do everything that you wanted because of something that was financial, financial restrictions, loss of money, didn't make as much. So you had to like start budgeting things out. That's very restrictive too. All right. But it's almost like you dedicated yourself to try to figuring this out, rebudget, reschedule, not reschedule things, but like just rebudget things. So this, if there was a breakup, there could just have been having to find a different way to use your resources. Right. Okay. And then foundation and achievements is in the future. So there's something here about home, house, 10 of Cups energy, building a home with somebody. You had planned to be with this person forever. You had planned to be with this person long term. And in some ways, maybe you still want to fight for that because you still feel such a connection to them. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, what should Pisces do? What should Pisces do? Expect powerful change. Also, if this is not about a relationship, this means that something that you were working on, like a project or a business, you had to make a lot of cutbacks. You had to make a lot of changes. You had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to get this to the place where you expect it. And now you see that it has a bright future. So the sacrifices in terms of your material resources, your work, etc., those sacrifices are actually really paying off, Pisces. They will come to fruition. You're starting to see just how wonderful a foundation you built, because it's a firm foundation. It has a lot of potential to grow. Expect powerful change came right in the middle. And this was eclipse season. Maybe all of this started to change. Maybe it changed in you. What was a powerful change? That's what I want to get into. This is in the past. you are good enough. You didn't feel good enough. Your sense of yourself was compromised. Or maybe you just never thought you'd be able to pull this off. And now you're starting to say, holy crap, look what I did. I made the impossible happen. 1010 was there. That's divine counterparts. Now that kind of stuff, this is also Virgo energy. That's earth energy, a sense of maybe you thought you never could do it, right? This was something that no, I can't do that. I can't run my own business or make this project work. Oh, it's working. It's working beautifully. So that's one thing. I think like it's like the cards are saying like opposite messages for different aspects of your life. Relationship-wise, this may be challenging, but in terms of your material wealth and abundance and what you have, like you did it. You're really doing it. You're pulling it off. In a lot of ways, it's ironic because with Pisces, it's like the heartbreak gets you going. It's like your inspiration to, and I said that in a couple readings back, this heartbreak was inspiration for you to probably create the best thing you're ever going to create or have created so far. Seek an expert. In other words, you didn't know who to turn to in the past. You didn't know who to ask for help. You didn't have any guidance for this enterprise that you started to create. You didn't have any guidance. You were just like learning as you go. And then it's like praying to God, thanking God for leading, guiding, trusting in God, having faith in God, lots of conversations with God, taking every opportunity. Like, in other words, being in the mindset of gratitude and say, thanking God for every little bit that God sent you. And what does I always say? That's your secret to manifestation. Gratitude is the river on which abundance flows. Staying in that constant mindset of instead of seeing what you don't have and seeing what other people have, and instead you're like, I'm just grateful for what I've got. I'm enjoying everything that I'm doing. I'm enjoying this moment. You created momentum. You created success. And then we have put others first. No more of that shit. 1212, once again, this divine counterpart. This is something like, I don't know, I feel like it's like your career was taking off and your relationship was falling apart. And I don't mean to laugh at that, but it's almost like I'm not putting anybody else first. I'm putting me first. I'm putting me first because I want to get something manifested and I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time putting me first. This is also being very playful, having a very playful outlook on life right now. Pisces, God, it's looking up. It's looking up. And then we have share your dreams, desires, goals with somebody else. This could be partnership, right? Sharing your partnership with somebody else, something what you always wanted. Yeah, this is friendship. This is friendship. It's almost like you got the friends around you that you've always wanted, or a sense of your friends rallied to help you get what you want. This is what you really desired. Your friends could even be like, I know what you really want. I know what really matters to you. You got to share that dream with somebody. It's almost like the universe is saying, share these desires with somebody. Tell somebody what it is that you really desire, where you want to go from here. Tell somebody, because it's through that, through sharing, connecting, that you start to like get help. Especially when you say things like, I'll never be able to do this in a million years. Say that out loud. Say that out loud in front of a bunch of people. This is impossible. I'll never be able to figure it out because I don't have this, and this. I don't even know which way to go. It's like bait. It's like bait for everybody's brain because humans are hardwired, Pisces, to solve problems. And as soon as you say it's impossible, somebody wants to make it possible, even if they don't like you, even if they don't know you. So it's almost like share your challenges with somebody else, with a bunch of somebody else's. And it's almost like putting your wish out there, opening it up to the collective to help you solve those problems that you're having right now. Exactly the way that you want it, though. You have to be very honest when you speak that. When you can't just be saying it for attention. You have to be saying it for like from you're exasperated. You don't know how you're gonna put this together. These are the challenges that you're having. How are you gonna overcome this? Somebody's gonna help you. Somebody's gonna figure it out for you. Somebody's going to figure a way to make this work. And maybe that's what happened. And that's why it changed. And in some ways, in some weird way, it actually helped to renew your faith in somebody, in people. Ooh, Jade Mountain is here. Abundance is on the way to you. It's coming. You worked really hard for this. Get ready for your abundance because it's coming in. Prosperity and abundance. So this may not be the romance reading that you wanted it to be, but it certainly is romantic in the sense of this story has a happy ending. And it had a lot of twists and turns. And it had a lot of, how am I going to get through this kind of energy? But you got, not only did you get through it. Let's go into the sensual, the tarot of sexual magic. I can't show the cards over here. I will show them over on in the extended, but I'm gonna pick them. We got the devil. There we got the devil. Some vices, some super indulgence. There's a lot of these cards coming out. I knew that there was gonna be a lot of cards coming out for you. You have the devil, which is desires of oh, I can't show these cards. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. It's like, happy birthday, Doug Danny. Desires, vices, something that threatens to hold you down or hold you back. Always wanting more, always desiring more, lusts, craving. And then you have the Fool. The Fool is here taking chances, it's almost like being led by your desires, the Fool. Being led by your desires, but your desires may be a little too intense even for you to handle. And then we have the Emperor. Oh, he's just got everything. He's just got everything that he desires, everything that he wants, everything that he needs. He's taking care of himself. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So there's a bunch of desires, but you may not necessarily know what to do with it. And then Justice. Some sort of justice. I feel like maybe somebody was like all kinds of curious. Because there's two fire signs. Well, the Emperor is Aries energy. It's like somebody succumbed to their temptations. Somebody succumbed to their base selves, and they very well could have ruined stuff. And now they're sweating things. They want you. Maybe they're even making new offers for you. But it's almost like right now you're just playing around. You're playing around with a lot of different options and possibilities, because who you really want, and maybe who in some ways you're still really thinking of, is very much not worthy of you. Or somebody has really turned you on to the point where you feel like you may lose control. And that's where we come back to this sensual energy. A connection that's so deep you think it might even be bad for you. But it's almost like in some ways you can't resist it. And that's why the devil's on the table. We'll get into those. Check out the link below. Let's move on to other cards. Pisces. Pisces, here and now. You want it now. This is the moment. This is the comeuppance. This is happening now. This is like a timestamp. Chop wood. Got work to do. Lots of work, but I also saw something completely different in that. Check out this. This is like almost like a phallic symbol, and this is the egg. This is highly divine masculine, divine feminine energy, a lot of sexual energy and chemistry. So this is happening in your life now. There's a lot of intensity, a lot of sexual chemistry, a lot of energy, and it's also creativity. I'm telling you, all of this sensuality, this connection, this desire for somebody, it's feeding right into what you can create. It's directly related to what you want to create and build. They are your inspiration. For better or worse, that's what's happening. That's what's up. Pisces. 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 Okay. All right. Lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's time. It's a time of big and blessed change for you. You got that eclipse card, remember? And God is supporting you each step of the way. Okay. Wellness, the recovery of health and wellness is here. Okay. And then stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Pisces. Oh my God. And this is the exciting part. It's like you are tiptoeing on a razor's edge. And you're so excited by that. This is such a challenge. Okay. Let's get into your animal totems to seek more guidance. What messages do Pisces need to know from these animal totems, please? When you see these animal totems pop up in your life, listen. Pay attention to everything that's happening around you. Very important energies. All right, Pisces, there's always enough. This is your energy. There's always enough. In other words, this is a very emotional time for you. This is very intense. This is very sensual. This is very emotional. So there is a ton of emotion in this situation. You got a lot of feelings, right? And there's more than enough to go around, right? There's so much abundance. It's almost like decadence in some ways. And then we have set healthy boundaries. Have you learned from your past? What have you learned from your past? Healthy boundaries. Some people deserve the Great Wall of China. Some people deserve a white picket fence. Some people deserve no boundaries at all. Some people deserve a moat. What kind of boundary is appropriate? A healthy boundary. Setting up healthy boundaries for yourself. There seems to be indulgence here. First of all, though, this is Pisces energy. This is Cancerian energy. Lots of water energy. Lots of emotion, lots of maybe defensiveness, lots of falling in love. You are so close to just putting your whole self in. Giving all of yourself away. It's like you're that's what I'm saying. You're skating on the fine line. You can feel yourself being pulled. You're just being sucked right in to this intensity that you don't want to distract you, because there is so much around you that is so good. You don't want to get distracted, and maybe that's your lifeline, right? I gotta focus on my business. I gotta focus on my art. I'm really getting ahead here. That's your one lifeline, keeping you from just throwing yourself into this intense connection. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get into this. Pisces, I forgot to say this. I have a second channel. Please do find me on Astrology Motivation, and I hope you subscribe over there. There's lots of excellent content. Also, join me for live daily tarot card readings where we can actually interact. I'd love to hear your voice. On Instagram, over at born_without_boundaries. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. You've got this, Pisces. Trust yourself. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. Trust in your creative energy. Trust in it, because that is your lifeline right now. 100%. Let's go over into the extended so I can share all these sumptuous cards with you, and we're going to continue in that reading. I'll see you guys over there. Link is below.